Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. We are super excited today. We have Blake Ashely, who is the Rocky Mountain Area Sales Manager for Controlled Environments with Vileda Professional USA, which is a brand of Freudenberg. He's been in the industry for over 10 years and is really on a mission to seek out and work with passionate industry individuals who work towards innovation and have the willingness to produce a positive delta in the production environments which advance healthcare and human life worldwide, which is a mouthful, but he's on a mission. So, Blake, I want to welcome you to the show.
Marcus, thank you very much for hosting me. I appreciate it. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you spending the time with our audience today. So let's jump right into it. Tell us about Vileda Professional USA and how you're helping end users with clean and controlled environments.
Well, Marcus, Vileda Professional is the manufacturer of truly innovative cleaning systems for clean and controlled environments. We are the division of Freudenberg Household, Home, and Cleaning Solutions in the United States, and we support controlled environments within pharma, biotech, medical device, and other heavily regulated industries where contamination control is essential for maintaining high yields, but more importantly, ensuring those yields are free of microbial and or particulate contamination. What separates Vileda Professional within the market is our portfolio of systems for cleaning and disinfecting. We have this concept that we call the clean facility concept. It's the way we approach each site, looking at the totality of contamination risk and the cleaning requirements necessary to support that site and the facility to ensure both safe and clean environment within the entire facility. Assisting the site in implementing a cleaning system that will help them achieve the best cleaning result is our key differentiator in the market. I'm really glad to have the opportunity, Marcus, to speak with you today, and I'm looking forward to discussing one of our newest innovations that we're going to be talking about here shortly.
Right. As I understand it, Vileda Professional has brought out to the market a new system called the CE UltraSpeed Pro. Can you share with us a little bit more about the advantages of this new system?
Yep, that's the one. To understand the advantages, we need to contrast the current state of many clean rooms and their cleaning protocols first. The new system represents a cleaning advancement and supports the clean room market space with a technology progression towards more effective cleaning. Traditionally, clean room polyester string mops have been used and are still used in a variety of platforms. They perform well within the context of laying down disinfectant, but they fall short when it comes to actually cleaning. They also bring up ergonomic concerns due to their heavy weight when dipping and wringing in a bulky bucket system. The CE UltraSpeed Pro flat mopping system is what we're talking about. And flat mopping was developed and became popular alternatives to string mops back in the 1980s throughout Europe. But only in the past 7 years has flat mopping really gained popularity in North America. To get back to the string mop, they saturate and they spread disinfectant well, and in doing so are viewed as effective because excess chemical kills. However, the excess liquid deposited onto the surface in an uneven way, and with their limited contamination removal, they fall short of being fully effective. As I referenced earlier, string mops are bulky and heavy. The CE UltraSpeed Pro mops are extremely lightweight and are easy to wring and wring the mop out. Storage space is also an issue in clean rooms, as it's at a premium. Most cleaning systems, including string mops and big bucket systems, are bulky and difficult to store. The CE UltraSpeed Pro system is easily stackable, has an extremely small profile, and can be stored in a small place. Talking again about how much liquid we're bringing to the surface, there's a document for the industry, the Annex 1 document, and it's for the manufacturer of sterile medicinal products, and it states that, and this is a direct quote that I wanted to share with you, cleaning programs should be effective in the removal of disinfectant residues. That's the end of the quote. Ideally, what they're saying is an effective mop bridges the gap between laying down disinfectant chemical and removing disinfectant residues. This is where the Vileda Professional CE UltraSpeed Pro system fits in the market.
That's a pretty comprehensive system you guys have put together. It sounds like you've taken into a lot of considerations, being conscientious with resources and making it ergonomic and making sure that chemicals aren't being left alone on the surfaces. So that's fantastic. So what do you feel are the biggest myths out there when it comes to systems that properly clean rooms and controlled environments?
Myths. Well, we talk with many individuals who tend to oversaturate a surface, as I was just mentioning, with chemical in order to achieve their cleaning efficacy. Chemicals kill. We should think of cleaning and disinfecting as two different definitions. Disinfecting is cleaning anything on the surface via chemistry, so that liquid that they're bringing to the surface. Cleaning is the mechanical removal of the surface contamination, so anything that's on the contact surface. The myth out there is that cleaning is achieved via oversaturation. The truth is that a system should disinfect and clean. And going to your comment, that is a lot that we've focused on, and that's why we call it innovation.
Yeah, it sounds like you've done a lot of innovations with that, which is great. So what are some of the common misconceptions that manufacturers with clean rooms and controlled environments have about the new CE UltraSpeed Professional mopping system, or just mopping systems in general and improving cleanliness of CNC and CGMP facilities in general?
Many tend to perceive a flat mop system as inefficient. However, through an internal study at Vileda Professional, we have shown that with proper use of a string mop system compared to the new CE UltraSpeed Pro system, a 40% reduction in cleaning time and use occurred. Additionally, there are ergonomic advantages related to the weight reduction of the system and the less physical force required during mopping. This leads to the misconception. The misconception is that the flat mop takes longer to use and isn't as effective at cleaning. However, what we've done is we can demonstrate via training, essentially, how it can reduce the time it takes to clean. And then what we do is we take additional third-party testing data that we have performed, where we test the mop against a specific strain of bacteria. And these tests were conducted with water and a neutral detergent so that there's no cleaning power of the chemical. And with just this solution alone, we're achieving a 4-log reduction of surface contamination. So we are physically removing, via mechanical action of the mop, with little physical force, just bringing the mop across the surface, a 99.99% reduction in surface contamination.
Wow, that's about as close to 100% as you can get.
It's pretty darn close.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So do you have videos and white papers on these kinds of studies? Is this information available on your website or on your YouTube channel?
It is. We put together detailed marketing videos through our LinkedIn page that you can find by searching Vileda Professional USA, where we demonstrate this system as well as a variety of our other systems that we use to clean controlled environments. You can connect with us also through LinkedIn or by visiting the Vileda Professional website.
That's fantastic, because I know a lot of listeners will probably want to see that data on those studies, because that's pretty impressive. So tell us, what are some of the common fears about trying a new system like the new CE UltraSpeed Pro system?
Well, with regulated industries and classified cleanroom environments, change is difficult. The fear is that an evaluation of a new technology will not produce a desired result, and that time of the employees, time of the facility will be wasted. Vileda Professional and all of our employees, we understand that. And as a manufacturer within the industry, leading innovations related to CGMP cleaning, we do everything we can to help facilities evaluate the new technology, which will improve their cleaning protocols and effectiveness. And the way that we're going to do this is within their clean room. Data drives decisions. And we can work with the site to show them the positive deltas within the environmental monitoring data. And then, if moving forward, assist with their change control process through our technical packets that we've assembled.
That's great. So you actually will help with the manufacturers and help them get that started. Is that how you get them past the fears?
It helps. But most importantly, to get past the fears, we have to understand all of the variables in play. So what I like to suggest is let's start with a meeting. Let's start with a meeting of all those who may have interest and be a part of the cleaning project. In this meeting, we'll fully demonstrate the system and go through those white papers and those studies of the log reduction and contamination, talk about the benefits to the specific organization. Every positive progression in this industry that we work in starts with an initial meeting, and we go from there.
That's fantastic. I think a lot of manufacturers will feel a lot more comfortable doing that, and that's great that you're willing to do that. Blake, tell us, what are some of the other perceived obstacles that you see that might be preventing manufacturers with clean rooms and controlled environments from seeking the help of a sales manager like yourself?
There are two things I observe mostly in our industry. The first is a common thought of what we have works, and there are no issues with what we have. We've used it for 10 years. 10 years. Think about that for just 1 second.
Wow. Yeah.
Think of any Marcus, think of any technology that you use in your daily life that's 10 years old. I'm guessing you don't even have a kitchen appliance that's 10 years old, right? Technology changes, and rapidly. And what I like to do when talking about technology is quote, and it's an older report from the FDA. It came out on CGMP that was done in 2012, and there was a statement in it along the lines of technology that was used 10 to 20 years ago is no longer considered current under CGMP. So if we're thinking technology, when's the last time you or a site really took a step back and evaluated the technology they were using? That's the first. The second is that change is too hard and we don't have time for it. I run into this a lot. And I have been in many meetings where I've been told it'll take us 12 to 18 months here for anything to change. Going back to my comment earlier that we discussed, we understand that change takes time and that data drives decisions. We have a full process to help a facility look at advancing their cleaning protocols. And if it takes 12 months to evaluate something that could significantly improve the facility's contamination risk and improve the ergonomics associated with cleaning well, lowering the chemical usage and improving the time it takes to clean, then it takes 12 months. And we will work with that site to collect and discuss the data.
That's very comprehensive. What would you say are some of the little-known pitfalls or common mistakes you see manufacturers with clean rooms and controlled environments make on the road to saving time and money, increasing their productivity or their efficiency, and really, bottom line, the cleaning results?
That's a good question, Marcus. This actually relates a little bit to the previous question. Do you remember that saying, you don't know what you don't know?
Oh, for sure.
Well, many sites are unwilling to evaluate new technology because of what we've already mentioned. I mean, that is until it's too late and there's an audit risk or contamination alert occurs, or worse, a contamination action in need now of having a CAPA. Without a meeting and evaluation, how can a site know that new technology is not going to save them time, money, or increase their cleaning efficiency? They can't and they don't. And it's one of the largest pitfalls, the unwillingness to evaluate innovation and new technology.
Yeah, no, I think you see that a lot just in general with change, and I always say change is the only constant in the universe, the only thing you can bank on. It's glad that you're on a mission to help these manufacturers open up their eyes and be, just taking a look and being willingness to look at some of these new innovations, because let's face it, we're in a day and age where innovation's happening so rapidly that if you blink, you might miss it. I'm really glad that you're doing that. So how can some of these pitfalls and mistakes be avoided?
I kind of mentioned it before. It all starts with a meeting and a simple discussion. Let us, as Vileda Professional, show your site how the previous can be achieved. Let us show you something capable of delivering cleaner, faster, more efficient, and that is the CE UltraSpeed Pro.
And there's really no risk involved for them to check it out, is there?
Absolutely not. We want to approach every conversation with openness, show the technology, showcase it and its abilities, and let the site decide, is this right for them? And if so, let's go on to the next steps.
That makes total sense. Can you share an example of how you've helped one of your customers overcome these obstacles and succeed using the new Vileda CE UltraSpeed Pro system?
Yes, and this is kind of where I get excited. So you read my mission statement earlier, and this was one of those instances, kind of what we've been talking about with the string mops. And so because of the question and the nature of it, we keep a lot of our information confidential because of our clients and the sites that we do work with. So I'm going to speak in general terms when I tell you about this instance, but I'm very proud of it. I worked with this facility to evaluate what was their current cleaning string mop system at the time. The facility evaluated the CE UltraSpeed Pro system and worked with Vileda Professional and myself. And the overall result was better environmental particulate data, which in turn helped them improve their product yield rates that were due to failure before and were related to particulate contamination. The additional benefits of the site were a reduction in cleaning time by about 18% and a reduction of facility cleaning cost by just over 30%. In the beginning, when we were first meeting, the plant managers were skeptical of the change. It was hard, and it took the site over 9 months. In the end, however, we achieved the result the site wanted, and the employees thanked us for helping them with new mop technology with the CE UltraSpeed Pro system compared to their old string mop system. Better EM results, improved ergonomics, happier staff, a cost savings, and overall a great outcome.
That's fantastic, and I'm sure that's not the only story that you have and those kind of results that your customers and clients are seeing. So that's fantastic. So, Blake, what inspired you to become a sales manager for the Rocky Mountain region?
You know, with regards to the profession, I like to share with people that I grew up in the cleanroom industry. When I was only a kid, I'd come home from school and package PPE samples in bags, label them, and then they'd be used as samples for the cleanroom market. So I learned a lot about controlled environment at a young age and then followed in the footsteps of my mother. I've been working with and involved in the controlled environment now in my career for over 10 years. I'm an active PDA member, and I stay educated on industry topics related to controlled environments, the USP chapters, CGMP, and the Annex 1. When asked what I do for a living, I like to tell people that I support the industry which manufactures life-saving medications by supporting them with the most innovative and effective mop to keep their drugs and devices safe. With regards to Rocky Mountain region, I'm an avid distance runner and active outdoorsman that just so happens to live in Colorado, supporting the most innovative mops in the controlled environment market space. It's a blessing to be here.
That's fantastic. Yeah, Colorado is beautiful. Been there many times. So, that blows me away that you've been in this industry really since you were a kid, with your mom being in the industry. So is there a lesson or something you learned from your mom that has still affecting and helping you in your business and your mission today?
Yeah, you know, it's professionally, it's been just over 10 years or 11 years, but my lifetime, it's going on 20 years. And I go back to that technology statement I made earlier, right? I use kitchen appliances, but let's use this one. It's a little more applicable. Think about your cell phone. How old is your cell phone in your pocket?
About 2 years old. I need a new one.
Yeah, you and I are in the same boat. I mean, I may have a cracked screen on mine, but the case there is that, I mean, we typically upgrade our cell phones every 2 to 3, maybe 4 years, or maybe there's someone out there listening in our audience that has an old iPhone 4 that they're super proud of, which, you know, power to them. But in 20 years, when I think about what I used to do in the basement with samples and seeing the technology, the polymers in play back then, the wiper technology, the mop technology, we have progressed so far in our ability to bring products to the manufacturing space. And if there's one thing I boil it down to is, as a sales manager, sales representative in this market space, you want to bring the best technology to your customers and clients you work with. On the other end of the discussion, those individuals should be open to seeing the newest, latest, greatest, because if it's going to help them achieve a lower cost drug device, a cleaner drug device, but a more positive environment, then why not meet? And I've seen so much advancement. It's inspirational. This market continues to evolve. And quite frankly, I'm excited for the next, 10, 20, 30 years in it.
Absolutely. The innovation is like a rocket ship, almost going logarithmic, which is amazing. So it will be interesting to see what happens in the next 10, 20 years. So what would you say is the most important question manufacturers with clean rooms and controlled environments should ask themselves as they consider a new system like the new CE UltraSpeed Pro system?
This kind of goes back to what I was leading on to earlier. If you're in the audience today listening, think to yourself, when was the last time I evaluated my cleaning protocol, and is it still considered current under current good manufacturing practices? Or am I still using polyester string mops to clean my floor? Am I actually cleaning the surface or simply applying disinfectant layers? Ask yourself those questions, and that'll determine whether or not reaching out to us is a good option to evaluate new technology.
Those are great questions, Blake. So what would you say is the most important thing manufacturers with clean rooms and controlled environments should consider when evaluating a company who specializes in clean room systems?
One thing I would ask is, does that company manufacture their own products? And are they following or are they leading the market with their technologies? This is something that's very close to us and we're very proud of.
As you should be. Well, that's great. So, Blake, how can someone find out more about you, about the new CE UltraSpeed Pro system or Vileda Professional USA, as well as how you can help them?
Well, I mentioned a little bit earlier with LinkedIn. We put a lot of content out there on LinkedIn, but I welcome anyone personally in the audience today. If you have questions, please connect with me, connect with our company via LinkedIn. You can find me by searching my name, Blake Ashely, at Vileda Professional USA, or connecting with our company on the company page at Vileda Professional USA. If you want a more direct connection, you can find all of our content by connecting with questions or asking for demos or meetings through our marketing manager. Her name is Gina DiGiovanni, and her email is Gina, Gina, period, DIGIOVANNI at FHP, like Freudenberg Household Products -ww.com.
Wonderful. And is there a phone number if someone wants to do it the old-fashioned way and use that 4-year-old cell phone and call?
If we have the iPhone 4S out there on the line, what you can do is simply get into that touch tone and press 630-270-1437. And that's Gina's office line.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Blake. I really appreciate the time. You shared a lot of golden nuggets out there for our listeners. I really just want to thank you for being on our show today.
Marcus, thank you for having me on the podcast. Thank you for involving us with your audience and really the opportunity to talk about the new innovations.
That's great. I'm looking forward to hearing all about the great new things that you guys are going to come out with in the next few years. So we'll be in touch. You're welcome, and you have a great day.
Thank you. You also. Take care.
Cheers. Well, there you have it for this edition of the show. We will see you next time on The Inside Track.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.